Welcome, art friends, to another session of Art Therapy. Today's image is for the Multi-Artist Exchange. This is Mia, an original character by BJC. I'll be rambling a bit on learning to love your art and toning down that inner critic. We all have it, that itch in the back of the mind that flares up when we see we've made a mistake or our art looks wrong. It can be terribly loud and super discouraging. The inner critic comes from a place of genuine desire to do well. Noticing our mistakes is the only way we can recognize them and improve. But like many good things, it can be distorted and cause harm to our mental state. Some of it, I think, comes from the curse of social media. You can now easily see art created by your peers and compare it to your own. The compare and despair trap is something I've fallen into a few times, especially if I know that the artist is younger than me. My brain thinks, I've been doing this longer. I should be better. And the downward spiral continues. Couple that with the fact I had a genuine desire to do art for a living, but it didn't work out the way I had hoped. Now artists I follow are my competition instead of inspiration, and this can be a toxic place to be. It will depend on your mindset how you end up dealing with the negativity. In psychology, it's known as the growth versus static mindset. The static mindset will see a problem as impossible and give up. They sit in the belief that they will never be able to overcome it. This is very powerful, and it can come from the environment you grew up in. This person's inner critic is very much in control for this kind of thinking. A growth mindset, on the other hand, lets you work through or around an issue. Instead of being stopped by an obstacle, they find a way to overcome it. They see it as a problem to be solved, and it can be solved. You can see this in trees that grow in weird ways, just to get enough light. It can look weird, but it didn't give up and die. Life finds a way, as Ian Malcolm would say. And you certainly can change your mindset. In my case, when I got that harsh portfolio review in college and subsequently couldn't find a job in the industry, I could have given up on art altogether. Instead, I got this weird sense of freedom. My art no longer had to cater to a portfolio. It could be what I wanted to do. I could improve on my own terms and draw in the styles I wanted. People still enjoyed my art and wanted me to make art for them. Granted, I did kind of lose my direction on what to focus on in my art. And that's fine after a particularly crushing blow. And to be honest, I still fall back into despair at times. The key is not to stay there. Take a break from social media art and set your own standard. Others will try to drag you down, so don't be so eager to join them. Look back at your old art and see them as if you were looking at old photos of yourself growing up. You're trying to figure out who you are and experiencing new things every day. And let's face it, no one really posts their failures online. You don't always see the process or growth. This gives us the false impression that every bit of art they do is perfect. So I do love it when an artist attempts to redraw an old piece of art just to show their growth. Art is light, life, and beauty. It takes work to where you want to go, and you may take a few wrong turns, and it may take you longer to get to where you want to go. The journey, though, the journey is well worth your while. I may not always be satisfied with the finished result, but I do always love seeing that finished piece. So God bless and keep arting. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. See you next time.